My friends, we have a huge update for you on the gigantic revolt going on in the United States against the naked body scanners and these molestation pat-downs. Mr. Pistol, the head of the TSA, has come out on CNN this morning and said that they're now not going to do the enhanced pat-downs, the grabbing of the genitals and breast of pilots, because it's common sense that they're allowed to fly the giant aircraft and they could use it as a weapon. So if you trust them to fly the plane, why do you have to put them through all of these invasive North Korean-style searches? Well, why didn't they think of that to begin with? Because they want to make everybody submit and federally take control of all transportation. This is a giant 10th Amendment violation. It's a huge power grab. And you've got all these high-powered lobbyists and former Homeland Security heads and senators like Alphonse D'Amato and others who are making millions of dollars off these scanners. And now they say they want to use the scanners all over the country, that they want to put them in mobile vans and at schools. We're talking about tens of billions of dollars here.
So although we have acquired these machines, they are not as widely deployed as they should be.
In your current role as a consultant, do you have an interest in body scanners?
We consult with all kinds of firms, including firms that do manufacture body scanners.
You do have some interest in more sales of body scanners.
As well as a lot of other security measures. But I would point out that I've talked about this for probably the last 3 years.
But all of that pales in significance to Big Sis, the head of Homeland Security, Janet Napolitano, in an article in USA Today. The entire thing is a complete lie. She is boldly throwing it in your face. I mean, I just went livid with anger when I saw this. Napolitano says scanners are safe, pat-downs discreet. You've got all of these different federal boards and the International Atomic Energy Agency and Johns Hopkins University, the director of the radiology department saying how dangerous it is in mainstream news articles. And she quotes in here that Johns Hopkins University says it's safe when they're all over the French news agency, AP, Reuters, CNN, the very same group saying it's dangerous. She writes an article saying Johns Hopkins says it's safe. I mean, these are insanely brazen and out in the open lies. But it gets worse. Look at the headline itself. Scanners are safe, that's a lie, and pat-downs are discreet. It's discreet to have some man or woman you don't know press into your genitals and grab your wife's breast, or your small children touch them on their private parts. That's discreet. It's discreet to do this out in the open in front of everyone. I fly a lot, folks. I see it all the time. I've seen them make women raise their dresses up. And that's in mainstream news. Just a week and a half ago, the TSA was out saying we don't touch genitals. I mean, it's wild, the things they do. And the lies continue. She needs to be challenged on this, and she needs to know that the backlash is only intensifying. I saw a Reuters poll that was linked up on the Drudge Report, drudgereport.com, and they had over 60,000 respondents to it, and 97% said they wouldn't be flying because of it. Everyone I know isn't flying. My wife and children haven't flown in years because of this. Here's another lie. She goes on and says, we've always done these pat-downs. This is no big deal. Well, they've always done light pat-downs if the metal detector goes off, just to check you don't have some big knife or something. This is new. They announced these enhanced pat-downs 3 weeks ago, and in their own TSA press release said they would be touching the groin, the crotch, and the breast, and we all saw it on the news as the media tried to sell it to us. The corporate media said this was the best thing since sliced bread, and the lies just continue from there. So she's saying these are the same old pat-downs that they've always had. Not true. Think about the arrogance of this lady. When you read her USA Today article, it is a tissue. It is a compendium of lies, and it shows the disdain that they have for us. But the biggest lie of them all, and it's so brazen, think of the disdain she has for the public. Homeland Security Director Napolitano says, A, that the machines cannot store images, and that B, they're not storing the images, when it's come out months and months ago that federal and state courthouses, airports, that they've been saving them, and that it's in the manuals for the naked body scanners that they do save the images and that they can save the images. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are tyrants. Napolitano is a liar. Napolitano is a liar. and the sleeping giant that is America is awakening. I want to thank the alternative media. I want to thank the Drudge Report for really pushing this story all the way out into the open. If we don't hang together, we'll all hang separate, as Benjamin Franklin said. I would rather face the supposed dangers of terrorism than live as a slave. America is not a 1984 society, and the backlash is intensifying. Even the Chicago Tribune calls it the government in your pants. Forbes magazine says, abolish the TSA. The people running this Homeland Security power grab and the lobbyists making billions of dollars off of this scam need to understand something. You're not going to win this fight. The people are awake. The giant is rising. We're going to bring liberty back to this country. Regardless of what you think of these naked body scanners and the enhanced pat-downs, it's important to understand Napolitano is lying to you. She is arrogantly telling you there's no radiation danger. She's arrogantly telling you that this is done in privacy and that it's not invasive, that it's discreet. She's telling you they don't save the images when on record they do. She's saying they can't even save them when we have the manuals to the machines saying they save them. This is the arrogance that we're dealing with. These people are slime balls, and they're trying to break our will. They're trying to train us to get away with anything they want. But their house of cards is falling. So we've just got to keep the pressure up. And don't just opt out on the 24th. Stop flying entirely. Because if we don't stop them here, they're going to expand to the roadways with their Viper teams. This is the takeover of society, the takeover of commerce, the end of our republic. This issue is incredibly important, and we're getting major headway on it, and people are realizing the power they have to say not just no, but hell no. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the sites, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.